Hello guys, welcome to my channel. And today we are checking out our problem of the day. Only good question. So the question is delete nodes from linked list present in a array. So we have given a nums array which have some set of elements. So we have to remove each occurrences of every element from linked list. So that's a problem. So let's understand understand the solution uh, using some example. So let's say we have this example, and the linked list is our head is pointing to this value, this node, and we have our nums array with a single number which is one. So we have to remove every occurrences of one, right? So our resultant list will be, let's say 2 is pointing to 2 and the second 2 is pointing to the third 2. So the result should be like this. So what we can do, so in our solution, let's say we create a new node which is, let's name it as previous. So before that, we have nums array, right? So it can contain a huge number of elements. So what we can do, we have to iterate over every element in a nums array, and we have to iterate over we have to traverse an entire linked list to remove that element, and it will be of complexity n into, let's say, m, where m is the length of linked list and n is the length of nums, right? So for every element in nums array, we have to remove its all occurrences. It means we have to iterate over, or we have to travel entire linked list, right? And to optimize this, uh, while we are traversing a linked list, we have to check that current node value is present in nums array or not, right? So if it is present in nums array, we have to remove that element, right? So what we can do, uh, by doing without brute force method, so one thing we can do is, before iterating over nums array, let's add all elements of nums into a set. Okay, so if we have set of values, we can check that if the element is present in the set or not, right? So it can be of, uh, let's say, order of one or order of log n, right? In a set, it can be order of log n, I think. So our first step will be add the nums array into a set, okay, and then traversal from our linked list. Let's say we create a point of temp which is initially pointing to head, right? Let me improvise this. Say let's say we have our pointer of temp and which is pointing to, right, Anand? So yeah, so it initially pointing to. So first thing we do is iterate over linked list, and we have our current temp pointer which is pointing to the head initially. Let's say if temp dot value, which means one, if it is not present in the set, we append that value to our previous, right? So here one is present, right? One is in the nums set of nums variables, right? So we can skip this and we go to the next pointer and we check if 2 is present or not. So 2 is not in the set. It means we can add uh, variable 2 to our previous, and this will be pointing to this, and we move our previous pointer, right? After that, previous should be updated as well. So our previous will be pointing to 2, and then we have to move temperate, we completed two. So next thing is we go to the one, we check one is present in the set or not. So if it is present, it means it should be removed, right? So we should exclude that into our answer. So we go to we skip that part and we go to the next node, and the value is 2. So it means 2 is not in the set. What we can do? We can add it into our answer, and we add 2 to our answer, and we update the previous pointer to the next, and and also we have to move our temporary pointer to the next. So one is in the set, so we move to the next, and two is not in the set, we add it to our answer, and we update previous, right? So after that, two is added and temporary variables goes to the next, which is null value, and we will stop. Whenever our temp variable is equal to null, we stop that process and we have to return. So our answer is this part, right? Which is initially we create a previous node, and let's say we stored that in a result, and our answer starts from result dot next, right? So we have to return at last result dot next. So I hope you understand. So let's code it. Yeah, guys. So yeah, let's get into the coding part. So initially we need a temporary variable, right? So let's say list node temp, which is pointing to head, and we need a set, right? Set of type integer. Let's name it as set. You have set. And we add every element from nums array into the set. So set dot add element. And after that, we need a previous node, right? Let's say previous. Let me create a new list node of which holds initially -1 value. And we need our resultant node. Let's say result which stores previous. And we have to do our process until temp not equal to null, right? So what we can do, if our temp dot value is in the set, it means set dot contains temp dot value, or we can do, we have to append that value to our previous, right? So previous dot next contains temp node, right? So and we have to update our previous equal to, sorry for the disturbance, guys. Sorry for the disturbance, okay? And after adding our valid node to the previous, it means here the condition is it should not contain in the set. So if the temp dot value it is not present in the set, we have to append that node to the previous, and we move previous to the next, right? So previous equal to previous dot next. And after that, if the value is present or not, we have common thing is we have to move temporary variable, right, by one. So in this step, let's say we append a temporary node, right, to the previous dot next, which means temporary has some nodes which are after, I mean, temp dot next contains some nodes, right? So those nodes also appended to the previous, right? So we have to make sure that our previous dot next always will be null. So previous dot next will always be null, right? It should be empty. So that's the thing. And at last, what we have to do, we have to return our result dot next, which is a previous dot next. So let me just run it. Yeah, it works well. So if you feel the explanation was good, so share it to your friends. It might be helpful. And if you have any suggestions or if you didn't understand any part of the program, let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching us and see you in the video.